Yeah, not a big one. How beautiful it is. Oh wow, mission accomplished. Don't flick it out, buddy. Hey there, we're having almost 12 hours until the salmon run starts officially, and these rivers get closed for approximately 4 months. Yeah, let's get those hours count. Let's try to get us some sea trout or some salmon that is coming in the river for spawning. And we're using a spinning rod with these types of lures. Let's go. Okay, let me just open up my rod. Right there in front of me, there's a section with a bunch of rapids and outgoing like streams. And for sea trout and salmon, actually, for me, what has worked in the past is looking for places where the water is not so shallow. Like, you know, for grayling, you're seeking for rapids. For smaller trout, you're seeking for rapids as well. For those big fish, you tend to fish those deeper spots with a nice stream. So I think this spot is quite a decent one, and let us do some celebratory first casts. And a key note, I have scouted this place only via the internet, via the Google Maps. I have never fished here, and I have never fished for incoming sea trout and salmon. So yeah, let's just try to make something work here. Let's see how this thing plays. That's a pretty nice one. First cast. Let's see how to work with the stream. So the stream is moving from right to left. So I'm gonna try to throw my bait in, not my bait, but my lure, like almost 45 degrees downstream of me, and seeing how the lure works. If it like jiggles itself in the stream, I'm not gonna pull too much with the reel. If it's like stopping, only then I'm gonna play with, like reel it in and issue some kind of a play with the lure. And this one flies good. It seems like I could have allowed it to fly a little bit more. Those are just some first casts to understand what is working and what is not. So I don't know if you can tell in the video, and if you can see it properly, but yeah, my spoon has hit a part where there's no stream. So I'm just starting to reel to give it some play. And it's also getting really shallow here, so I'm just gonna take it out and try to go a little bit further this time. Like that. Yeah, nice in the stream section. And I'm just gonna hold it, reel it in a little bit. And now I can see that my spoon has set in the stream. Where's my line? Oh yeah, my line is there. And I can see that my rod tip is like slowly jiggling, like twitching. It means the spoon is working as well. But the play is a little bit smaller than I would like, so I'm just gonna help it and reel it as well. And it's basically it. It's really simple. You just start in one spot, start casting like 30 to 45 degrees downstream and allow it to like drift like in a like that kind of pattern, and then just move down or move up and work this section, work the river. And that's what I'm gonna do. Usually if a fish is there and you manage to like almost bump into it, it is going to take it. So there's not much of a discussion going when the fish sees the lure. So you can sit in one place, I would say, for the whole day if you see fish there, and usually they're not just one, and you can like sit on them and fish them out. But if nothing is happening, obviously I'm gonna move down a little bit. And yeah, this is not gonna be the most interesting and action-packed video, I'm 100% sure. It is a huge if we get something, like highly unlikely. Also, I'm not so sure what do those kind of fish think about this like blazing sun. If they like more cloud cover, probably, or if they're even biting in such kind of weather, like with the blazing sun. It's cold outside, it's not hot, but it's super bright. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna just tune in when I see something interesting. Maybe if we catch something, we can catch a pike as well. Super nice view here. I have moved down. Oh yeah, I think I wanted to say, usually, not usually, but sometimes, salmon and sea trout, they sometimes give them away. When you see a section with like a decent stream, with a considerable amount of depth, and when the conditions are right, sometimes you can see that the fish just show themselves atop of the water, like jumping out. I haven't seen necessarily that they're like eating some bugs or taking something from surface. They're just doing that, just jumping out, or so it seems. Maybe you can write in the comments what is that behavior when they're like jumping out of the water. Similar like carps. You can see in carp ponds as well. They're just jumping out and you're not completely sure why are they doing that. But yeah, and when you see that and when you see when that is happening, just stand a little bit atop of that place and cast towards that place where you saw it, and the fish has shown it's there. Most likely you're gonna get it. All the odds are against the fisherman who is trying to fish for the incoming fish. After the spawn, the odds are a lot better, because the fish quantity in the river has also increased quite a bit. And yeah, I may be fishing this whole section in front of me as well, and there might not be a single fish sitting down in the river. So yeah, that's a big meditation that is going on. Still have to work for it a little bit, just a little bit, to traverse those shores. Obviously from, if I would have been on that shore, it would have been a lot easier with this area. But it's it's not that bad. I'm just curious for how long I'm gonna be able to stay on this shore. Do a couple of casts here. This section right here in front of me, there's a really good like stream, powerful stream. I can feel it when my spoon is like working there. But yeah, still no sign of any jumping or rising fish. Of course, no bites. But the good thing is how effortless is fishing with a spinning rod. It feels like almost too easy to do it, because look behind me, there's like a couple meter wall where I wouldn't be able to cast if I would do it with a fly rod, because I would need to wade much deeper. I would need a lot of backspace, but like with the spinning rods, just like this, like that, and like, I don't know, 40 meters, 30 meters of a casting distance with zero effort there. So yeah, it's quite an easy tool to work with. If I have my lure in the hand, I can show something. So basically, it's a small one, like, I don't know, 7 centimeters, 5 centimeters maybe. Pink on the top, brass on the bottom. And we have a, like, maybe 70 centimeters section of 04 fluorocarbon. It helps with abrasion under the water, and it helps with amortization, because the braided line has zero amortization, and if you snag something, it will go like dink, and that's it. You have no line is snapped. But that fluoro gets a little bit of a room where you can make some mistakes. I don't know if the camera can sense this. There's a picnic spot and the pool is like fuming because it's wet and the sun is shining on it, but well, it looks much cooler in reality. So yeah, this is our spot, and I've stepped on this cliff now, and I can see actually that here, like this part of the river is the deepest one, and that part ahead I can see the bottom through, so there's not much use of fishing there. But this area right here, this could work still. Oh well, would you look at that. Sometimes if you're not catching any, you can find something like this. Pro X16, nice. Oh, guys, don't do this. Don't leave a swivel at the top of your line. Just tie a connection loop or something like that. Let me show you. Just doing this instead. That's a way better solution. This is quite an abomination. Yeah, this is a nice lure for springtime, I would say. With egghead as well. I mean, not the egghead, but the egg. I would even turn this way, because as I saw from the top, half of the river is like knee deep almost, and only this side, this half, is getting a little bit deeper. And the stream right here in this place also is pretty weak. So yeah, it's always quite a gamble if you don't know where exactly to fish and where exactly to be. But leaving that aside, we'll just try. It's quite a bit of a glare. Let me step right here. Oh, yeah, that's better. Sometimes you feel the stream is like kicking in the spoon for a second, a little bit stronger than all the time when you're pulling, when you're reeling. And for a split second, it feels like something is like knocking on the spoon, but no, that's just a stream. Okay, let's grab this Pro X thingy, whatever that means, and add it to our collection. This summer was like really stretched out in the September. September was as warm as August and July almost. The medium temperature for the whole September was 17 to 18 degrees. It's like normal medium for July in our country. So yeah, the rivers just didn't have a lot of time to cool down, and yeah, and maybe that like held up. Oh, well, yeah, right. I snagged something. And maybe yeah, that held off the spawning. Because I have heard from other fishermen that this year the incoming fish is really not there, really slow. Well, regardless, I think I'm gonna continue on in this stretch of the river. And I have another spot in mind, which I'm gonna drive to after this one. And yeah, that's my plan for the day. Hey again. I've made some considerable distance down the river. I was previously down there on a shelf of rapids and like fishing that far bank. I saw some kind of fish rising, but I was pretty sure it's not a salmon or sea trout. It seemed like I don't know, maybe a graylings, maybe some grayling or something, but it wasn't big. Just some fish consistently rising up. Yeah, and I thought I might just check in because this place is nice out here, and I was standing on top of this like ledge here, and I was seeing how the bottom looks. Basically, it's deep here, there, and then it's completely shallow again. And I'm just gonna flick a couple casts in this deep area right here, and maybe try to get something out. Yeah, I switched my lures as well. Honestly, it wasn't because I wanted to. It was because I hooked into some kind of log underwater with my previous one, and yeah, so I switched to simple silver spoon. And yeah, on the river for 2.5 hours. That's obviously still a short amount of time. What else? What else? Oh, there's a tiny trout swimming down. Just a tiny one. I swear to God, I heard a fish jump there. Okay. A trout and a fish jumping? What is this? Jackpot? Let's try to... Let's try to get him. Not that far. Something jumped there, for sure. Could have been a pike as well. It's not a peak time of the day for a pike to be super active, but maybe those were trout that were raising up there. Maybe. I think trout or grayling, because consistently rising up to like eat something from the top. Oh, I got something. I got something for... I still do? Something small. Yeah, I have something small there. Probably a pike. A tiny, I think a tiny pike. Oh, a chubby. A little chubby. What? That's something I didn't expect. A silver spoon here. Tiny chubby. Nice to at least catch something, but this wasn't the fish that was jumping there. It was something much, much bigger. Maybe there was a pike that was like catching some chub or something like that, and they jumped out. Let's try again to cast there. Nice. Well, I guess not. Oh yeah, there's something hunting there. I can see like a bunch of bait fish just jumping all over the place there. I wanted to move on, but okay. I'm just gonna have to cast there again. Let's try to send it. Okay. Let's do a couple more there. Oh yeah, this one's good. Right in the action. Hey, actually I realized if that's a pike we have to be careful because we have a fluorocarbon just above our lure. We don't have that Kevlar or metallic leader. But yeah, you'll see the action again there. So yeah, I guess I think I'm gonna do a couple casts here, like there for salmon and sea trout, and fish in that kind of way. And if I don't get anything here, I'm gonna hike back to the car and move to the spot number 2 I was talking about earlier. Well, I still have some time to travel and try more. But yeah, don't know what I'm thinking about the sun shining right above here. Oh, oh, but boys, we're on. We're on. That's for sure. Something good. That's for sure something good. What a chance. Yeah, something good. Not a big one, because the... Don't be a pike. Is that a pike? He pumps so weird. Can't tell. No! That's something we're after. It's not a pike. Yeah, not a big one. How beautiful it is. Oh wow. Mission accomplished. Don't flick it out, buddy. Touched him. Oh, and he goes. And he goes. That's a salmon. It's a fresh salmon. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna release you, don't worry. Such a beautiful fish. Oh, no. Doesn't want to be touched. Let's come to the shore. Can't really tell if that's a salmon or sea trout still. I think it's a salmon though. Tiny, tiny salmon. Oh, got him. No, didn't get him. Still going. Come on, buddy. He's a little bit too small. I can't get him by the tail, like the big ones. Okay, let's try to do it like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get this hook out. Let me put him in the water. My nippers. Oh, it's out. Okay. That's a sea trout. That's not a salmon. Nice one. You can tell it's a sea trout because the eye is a little bit further than the lip and the tail is completely straight. Let's put him in the water so he rests a little bit. Thank you for the battle, buddy. Such a beautiful fish. You almost want to go already. starting to be a little bit more, waking up a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. It's beautiful. Okay, he's starting to show some signs. Yeah, that's it. Off he is. Whew. There's a cat. There's a cat on the bank. Okay, whatever. But with the cat, it's okay. It's like, I know that there are some homes on the bank. Probably theirs. Yeah. So let's talk about the previous sequence. I came here just to, you know, snoop around. I saw a fish jump there in the shade. Did a couple casts and we caught that small chub. Yeah, that was already interesting. And I did some casts over there. And there that sea trout was sitting, completely in the sun. And yeah, completely unbothered. In the one of the least expecting places. I can just note that where's depth, they're sitting there, and the water surface is a complete mirror, like not a riffle. And yeah, it did look quite deep here. And yeah, we got him, revived him a little bit. Didn't throw him out just like he is. You need to hold him in the water with like a steady water flow through his gills so he can catch his breath. Because yeah, the fish did a huge marathon with us. And yeah, swam away like a champ. Was unexpected, super unexpected. But it's just a super nice feeling that you have done something right and calculated some things right where they should be, what should be and what should not be. Yeah, and on the silver spoon. Slowly retrieving. Super slowly. And when I'm still here, usually with sea trout and salmon, it's like in those big areas like this, where you get one, there could be a couple more sitting. So yeah, I'm gonna try a bit more here. And I didn't even see the fish rise or, no, just, those were just experimental casts, experimental casting. The glare is so strong, can't even look at that side. I have my glasses in the bag, but if I stand like this, the sun is gonna still shine in between my eyes and my, my head and my glasses. Probably need to just get better ones, which are like close to the to the corner of your face, so the sun doesn't shine in the gap. Yeah. Whoops. Slammed my spoon on the rock there. That's shallow there. Then it gets deep. Well, regardless, if we do or if we're not catching anything more, our mission of the day is accomplished. Oh, that slam messed up my spoon here. So that didn't count. Let's try again. Oh, nice one. Okay, let's do it like this. Now crossing the stream. My arm is tingling, probably because of the back. Pressuring it. Some kind of flow. And the arm is like folded all day, holding the rod like this, cutting off some circulation there. There's a fish again rising. Yeah, those could be those fish as well. Just messing around there. Okay, let's do one more over here, and then I'm going there. Yeah, still seeing fish rise. Don't know what kind of fish though. Oh my god, those tiny fish there are jumping and going crazy. Something is hunting them there, still, in that area. I'm gonna just keep looking there, because I need to see what is causing that commotion there. That would be cool if those were like a bunch of salmon or sea trout just terrorizing some fish over there. Seeing all the time something is rising, snatching something from the top. Almost wish I had my fly with me, but I don't think I could do the cast so far. Okay, let's switch back to the body cam. So I have spent here a little bit more time, not much, like maybe 20 minutes. I had a little issue with my leader. I had to untangle it and like clip it on, clip it back on, clip it off and clip it back on. And I just saw a big fish just rising up and jumping out and back in, right basically in front of me, but closer to that side. So my task right now is to cast in some kind of way that my spoon lands basically in front of it in the general direction. Because usually on the place where that fish was rising, it will hold, like something happened. At least it has been like that for me. Once when I managed to get a salmon, basically I saw a fish rising. They're not only rising, they're like jumping out completely out of the water and then walloping back in, and I just kept casting in that general direction, so my lure just passes the place. And yeah, I got him, and our task now is to replicate it. I didn't see how big the fish was, and I didn't see if it was a sea trout or a salmon. But I don't believe it was a pike randomly, like jumping up in some weird place. And usually where there's salmon and trout nearby, they're much powerful and much aggressive fish than any other, and they're like bumping all the fish out of here. That's why we can catch them, because they think that our lure is, again, some kind of basically something that is messing with them, and they're like biting and attacking it and like being like, get out of here, you little something something. And yeah, then they get got. But yeah, they're not necessarily feeding like it would be if you're spinning with for pike, let's say, or for chub or any fish. It's not instinctive to feeding. It's like clearing out the area for the king. They're just like, get out of here, get out of here. Oh, oh. Something like that. And yeah. And what I saw from above, it's like there's a nice shelf. The river is like shallow there, and then it steeply gets deeper. And they're just keeping close to that edge where that big cutoff happens. And I'm just now trying to understand from which angle to cast so I can get closer. And I can't wade too deep because it gets really deep all of a sudden. Maybe this angle, but that is quite a cast, quite far. Okay, let's try. Okay, this could be it. Now I'm just allowing my thing to sink down. Maybe reach the fish that is messing around there. Okay, now I can feel my spoon is in the stream. It starts to move and play a little bit. Let's help it a little bit. I think I managed to like get it in a good trajectory there. Let me get it out in a little bit steeper approach. Oh yeah, something like that. Allowing to sink. Just sink down, sink down. Yeah, I think I have to reel in a little bit faster because the stream right there is completely stopping. I scraped the bottom, I think. Don't want to hang to this place for too long. Yeah, and I heard on a salmon fish, oh something, I think something nicked it. Or I nicked something. I watched a salmon fishing video and they told that they don't like that little like riffle that is going on in the water right now because of the wind. And yeah, you need to cast in like a completely flat surface if that's possible. I have hiked back up and stopped by the place we started this day, and the previous fish came out of the deep end as well, so I'm just gonna do a couple casts here and then I'm going a little bit upstream for a different spot for basically the last maybe a couple of hours of light. And yeah, at this place I haven't seen any fish rise or any kind of activity at all. Like complete silence in the morning. It seems like it's as silent during the day, during the evening as well. It's not quite evening yet. It's 5 o'clock right now, a little bit past 5. There are some nice, beautiful looking cliffs. There are some rapids in front, which indicates shallow water. But that's fine. What else? Beautiful evening. Beautiful colors all around. And yeah, there are a bunch of fishermen, some in this area around. Everybody has understood the same thing I did. And of course we meet on the river. But this place where the stream is actually moving in pretty decent speed, you cannot allow the some kind of reeds. You can allow the lure to work itself. You don't have to reel in as much. Just leave it to like swipe the sector. Then you drop there, then you swipe it, then you swipe it. And basically that's it. Actually, for this part of the river, I think it would feel a lot better if I would be in the other bank there, because feels like this is the faster side here, deeper side here. Oh. As you can see, I'm in a little bit different spot now. It wasn't that far from this place either. I was, you see those red cliffs there? I was right there. And for me to hike around, it would take like maybe an hour, and I don't know if I would be able to just climb down there. So I just hopped into my car. It was like 5-6 minute drive, and right now I'm here. But I think after a couple of minutes, this is going to be it for fishing today, because sometimes you can just feel it when the day has all of a sudden turned off. The river gets super quiet, the surroundings get super quiet, and it's colder as well again. And yeah, you can just feel that the day is over and the nature is like going to sleep or something like that. And yeah, I have never caught those fish that are coming into sea. Coming from sea in the autumn or in the spring, so late in the day. Usually it was like midday, and we caught our fish today as well. But the fishing in the rivers is closing tomorrow, and after 5 hours from now. There is still a fun way that we can try to catch some incoming salmon and sea trout. So maybe we'll get a hold of some of them this year and on video, just maybe. So yeah, I'm not gonna say what we're doing, but I have some ideas, and maybe you are gonna find such a video later on. Not gonna spoil more. But that's something I am looking forward to. Well, yes, this is me signing off on the video. To be honest, I'm super surprised that we even got that one fish on camera, and that we got to land it in, after all. Yeah, I'm not gonna drag this out anymore. Beautiful day. I'm super glad I came out today. The idea just came to me in the morning when I woke up. I was still super tired from all the activities I did in the weekend, but it was worth it. And now some cranes are screaming in the background, so that's nice. Thank you for spending the day with me, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye. I'm gonna head out. Bye.